What is that? What is that?
Get your special sock out, nerds. This gonna get good.
And I am Iron Man.
What is going on, everyone? We are live here. We are live today on this happy Saturday morning, discussing all things comic books, all things Saturday morning comic books. Yeah, we're starting something new. We're trickling in right now. We're getting everything in and making sure we're live on Instagram and making sure we're live on YouTube. We'll start going elsewhere as well, and then of course everyone could watch it on the playback. But yeah. Super excited to be live. Super excited to be going over the Infernal Hulk. Very excited to be going over the Infernal Hulk. Let's see. I thought I had something pretty unique, right? I thought I had something pretty unique. And then, you know, I'm looking, and boom. There you go. You got that one. And then we have another one when we get some people in. We'll trickle that one in as well. But for you, those of you that don't know, I am the creator and writer of Project Analysis and Lethal Leopard. Lethal Leopard is live right now on Kickstarter, and we are $28 away from goal. Super sick. Lethal Leopard. Check us out. 2,972. We are $28 away from goal with 15 days left. So many cool things to dive into. A hybrid Anubis has to escape the underworld by any means necessary to return to Earth. Super cool, super action-packed. I'm very excited to be showcasing this. And yeah. So without further ado, I'm trying different things with stream. We're going to be looking over Infernal Hulk. It's something brand new, and I honestly just decided to dive into it recently. So with that being said, let's go check this one out. Awesome. So we got the Infernal Hulk ready to roll. Let's see if I X this out. Does it? Oh, it X's out everything. Okay. Let's check this one out. So we got the Infernal Hulk. If I go like that, awesome. So Infernal Hulk, Johnson, Klein, Wilson. I really dig the artwork on this. And it's really what caught my attention. It was something finally different with the Hulk. Like, he's like mutated. It's kind of like demon-esque zombie stuff. So, you know, I thought it was really cool. And brilliant physicist Dr. Bruce Banner and his gamma-fueled alter ego, the Incredible Hulk, have been gruesomely ripped apart. Hulk's body is now the vessel of Eldis. Imbued from the corrupted power of the great old ones, the Marvel Universe must now condemn the one of the most terrifying threats they've ever faced, the Infernal Hulk. From eons untold, the mother of horrors was imprisoned in a pocket dimension, locked behind a gate none but the one below all could open. Using Hulk as their vessel, the being known as the Eldest finally opened her mother's prison, but found her withered, mindless, and broken. Eldest consumed their mother's flesh, emboldening Hulk's body with its primal seed of corruption that once created the great old ones. As the Infernal Hulk rises, a new age of Earth begins, the age of monsters. Super cool. Writer Philip Kennedy Johnson, artist Nick Klein, amazing artist. You know, that's really how I can get into a book. Like, who's the artist, right? So right now we're in Red Creek, Kentucky. You know, we got some construction workers. You know, good work today, Chig. Let me get the plastic up before it rains. Then you can get back home to diaper duty. One sec, huh? So, you know, they're really discussing and going through, you know, their day. This is clearly like a construction town. And he's like, did you hear that? And, you know, they're hearing noises, but they're not too sure. And the 3 hours ago, you know, so they're checking 3 hours ago. We're going back and we're seeing some stuff where it is now. And they're like, 3 clicks. It ain't really him. He's coming up on Bravo team. I saw him on the TV with the Avengers once. He looked kind of scary, but he's a good guy. still moving, 2 clicks and closing. This is that mystery O guy or something. The real guy's gonna show up in the nick of time to save us. You'll see. So basically, what's going on is they're in a town, and in this town, now the military is finally there, and the military is checking out. They're looking at the Hulk. Like there's something going wrong with the Hulk. They know he's a good guy. They know he's a former Avenger, and they're like, hey, the good guys are gonna come. The good guys are gonna come. So this is super cool. I love the setup for everything that we have here, and we're gonna go next. And last bus just cleared the line. Town's empty, so they evacuated the town, and now they're going back and forth, like telling him he's a war hero. And well, you said you were a crazy good shot at least, and that you killed an ass load of people. That's the opposite of a hero, kid. And they're waiting. 1,000-meter, what's your name? Dozy, sir. I can see the name tape. What's your name? It's Travis. Travis. Nobody in combat's a hero. Everyone's just trying not to get killed. The good ones help their buddies not get killed. Foreshadowing something later. I know it's scary as hell, Travis, but I'm going to look out for you, okay? Yes, sir. Incoming. Oh, God, I see him. And you see the Hulk there. And then, boom! Smashes in. Absolute crazy Hulk smash. And it was absolutely devastating. Like, I love the artwork on all the pages that are going through here. Let me get back on page 6. Boom. And oh no, it's Doom. Pretty cool. And everyone gets lunge back. And everyone's looking around, seeing what's happening. You see the Hulk hand. It's Dr. Bruce Banner by the authority of the Department of Defense. We're authorized to, and there he is. Hulk in the flesh, Nick Klein, killing it on this page. This is the reason why I wanted to check this book out. We are 8 pages in, and there is no Bruce Banner here. Because like you said, we know he's corrupted. I didn't read the previous Hulk arc to know what was going on. But this is a really cool design. I think it's different. I think it's like the next level of what, Red Hulk is and things along those lines, So super excited to be diving into this. And then what do you want? He's like, from you, and then claps and blows his head off. And he goes, nothing. Super devastating. First time ever we have a Hulk that's kind of conscious. He's possessed by like this demon thing, and he just claps and explodes the head of this guy. Super cool design. Light him up, boom, boom, boom. And, they're all attacking him. I love this too. This is a great panel, like showing that it just like kind of like moves the skin. You see the motion through it, and you see the craw in the back. And, Hulk's a little amused. And Hulk goes to the helicopter, showing more of the bullets flying through, but it's doing absolutely nothing, ripping off that propeller and then slamming it super crazy into a nice double page splash where the tank's taking out, all these soldiers are taking out. This is absolutely sick. Nick Klein is a animal when it comes to lines and inks, and the colors also really make it pop as well. But that's a great double page. Oh, we're going to check the chat real quick. We have Genuine Comics, my guy. I'll be on his stream. He says, hello, Paul. And with that hello, you get a hello. And let's see what we got here for you. That's your nice entrance. Thanks for everyone checking us out. Thank you, Genuine Comics, for checking us out. Did you read the Hulk? Did you read Infernal Hulk? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Guys, let me know in the chat. Did you read Infernal Hulk? Let me know. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I'll come back to the chat in a second. I'm not so advanced with everything, but we're getting there, dude. We're getting there. Day by day, we're streaming. So back to this double page splash. He slams in. He destroys and annihilates this tank here in a super cool setting. And now we're just getting action. And I'm a big action guy. So, he's throwing the helicopter in. You see these guys are in chaos. He's freaking out. I love the text on the ground, very recent with like, Suicide Squad and stuff like that. They had stuff like that. You can see things relate. But look, he's just killing everybody. He's squishing them. He's beating the hell out of them. Things that Hulk would really do. And, that you see the guy from before, he's really helping. And run, Travis. I know you. I see Ginny Dago, the war devil, behind your eyes. You little mortal. And I guess because he has like that demon power, he can like see who he is, belong with us. Bridger and this one as well. Like, I have no idea what's happening. Like, I was just reading this, I had no insight, and I was just freaking out. Like, look at this, dude. Dude, this is crazy. Once again, Nick Klein killing it. Every single panel, you get the emotion of the characters in it, and it's crazy. Like, this is like the craziest Hulk book I've ever read ever. And I really like the Ryan Otley thing that they were doing with Donny Cates. So he has this guy in his hand and he's mutating him. Change now, my darling. And he's mutating these things into like this zombie thing. And he's like, Bridger, you promised, because he promised he'd keep him safe. And he's so lost as he's like tied up into this barbed wire and he's like shooting. And very well. Just you then. And I summoned the living city of Golo Goliatha. Once I summoned you to the bright tower of Nemeth, I know now raise you from the mountain tomb of Urdu. The mother of horrors dead. Her eldest lives. Obey me. This is crazy. Crazy setup right now. We're going to take that second. J.W. Comics says, I haven't read it, but the book looks badass. Klein is the perfect artist for the series. Yeah, I feel like having Ryan Otley before, and I know they had the Immortal Hulk, and then they went to Otley, and now they're on Klein. And Klein really, really kills it, and it is pretty badass.
Oh my God!
RKO out of nowhere. We're gonna go back into it. Super cool. Super cool. All right, let's share screens. Let's get this baddie back up. Let's dive back into the Hulk. So he's summoning something. I don't know. It was crazy. Like, it's very a big swing, and I like big swings. It got me inclined. And there's a double page splash again. So he's Rise. There's this tentacle thing. Everyone's getting messed up. This guy, poor guy's getting corrupted with the barbed wire, and they're out. And then it's hours later, and you see like the decay of all these monsters. And there he is. He's waking up. He's like, ugh. And he's all possessed. And he's like, what is this? And there's like a new area now corrupted by the Hulk. And you see soldiers are alive, and they're just witnessing the guy who promised. Bridger, come down. You said you'd look out for us, Bridger. Remember? You promised. This is crazy. And, he's walking through. He sees all the tentacles. He sees Hulk standing there happy. This is a cool page layout. Just 3 long panels. You're just seeing the emotion of each character, the guilt on his face as he now sees his new master. And let's zoom in there. Bear with me. I'm trying my best. Your kingdom has its capital children, and your king summons you. Crazy, right? So now he has this cool throne. He's part of this hell group or monster group, and he's like, rise. And they're all rising, and super crazy. This is a great shot. Him on the throne, him looking around, the skull, all that cool stuff. Like I said, Nick Klein, phenomenal. The details, phenomenal. I would love to see more of his work. I'm definitely going to be picking up the trade paperback of this series. And now we're cutting to what the Avengers are doing. Consulting reports out of Kentucky this morning, an entire mountain collapses, blanketing the region in smoke. Logo Group's first going to Coleman fire, but that has been burning for decades. But we are now hearing reports of a superhero resembling a former Avenger, the Hulk. And there's the Avengers. The Avengers have not yet confirmed Hulk's involvement, or is it the fact that, or if it is in fact Dr. Bruce Banner. Spider-Man, Cap, chillin', immediately following the catastrophic superhuman-related incidents have risen sharply across the globe. And occult, the community is calling for our society to prepare for a modern age of monsters. Prepare. What's anybody supposed to do against something like that? Why can't we ever get a monster who's on our side? And I'm assuming this is Bruce Banner that they split apart. So it's like next Atlantis and the age of monsters. And, that was pretty much the book. And we have this little synopsis here. Remember, the eldest of Goleth, the living city. The new age of monsters has begun, and before Goleth is our sanctuary. This is a lot. We're about to dive in on this in a second. Let's check back with the chat. Draw Elvis Presley. I cannot draw Elvis Presley. I am the writer, publisher, salesman of Project Analysis, and I have amazing artists that work for me.
Anybody home? Hey, think with fly.
And yeah. Otley is awesome, but his style feels too clean for the Hulk. Yeah, it was a cool concept though. It was like Bruce Banner, he's like controlling the Hulk and he's like typing, and it was crazy. And he was going through like different levels in his subconscious. It was really cool. And then I think Donny Cates got into like a car accident or something, and then they had to like switch, and then Ryan Otley took over 2 issues and it kind of fell apart. But I'm liking where this is going. Okay, so let me share screens. Let me read this fucking mouthful. Bear with me. When the one above all created the earth, he created also the Demiurge to seed it with life. As with all worlds, the life was convinced by the one above all's design. But with the coming of the mother of horrors, life on earth began to change, and many creatures took on forms the one above all did not intend. One of the few uncorrupted was the god Storm of Gaia. Dude, crazy words. And beloved by her was the violent Chor, a race of winged, brightly colored creatures that nested in the trees and spoke in song. The sunlit forest in which the Volant dwelled grew so tall that they seemed to reach the stars, and many of the Volante lived out their long lives without ever touching the soil. Then came, dude, what is this word? What is this word? What is this word? Vin revival. The monster of horrors. She blessed the Volantant with her corrupted seed, and then they kept their gift of flight. Then became diggers also, as long as a claw-ranked fang devoured the great trees until the forest lay dead in the barren. And from the roots they dug a vast colony of tunnels and burrows from their own bones and viscera. They built remarkable structures, and the colony of the Volatane Chor became the first city of Earth. Though the Volantine were never clever creatures, they were small and slight also, and so the mother of horrors chose one of the number to protect them. This is one she blessed with the great size and strength, and commanded him to protect his kin in the city that had built. This one she named Golitha, which meant keeper of my children. And he preserved the city with the wings and spread. Let's skip that part. As the monsters claimed dominion over it, and all above at last took notice, by his command, the Demiurge and create the Demigore, in which is coming from the first great calling began. One by one, the many wonders mother had created were consumed by Demigore, until at last it came for the Volante core. Dude, these words are crazy. As the Demigore descended upon the Volante, he was met in the skies by Golago. We're just going to say Golago. Golago's strength was legend. He was no match for the terrible Demogorg, and he suffered many wounds. For the night of day, his blood fell at the city in rain. Okay, we get the message. Wherever the monsters of earth need sanctuary, the living city will rise, and when the human cattle grow desperate enough to come for us all, they will find mighty Goliath waiting. So I guess that's who Hulk is, and they showed like a little image at the end, and there's like a little trailer for the next one, because I assume that's Namor, right? Namor. It's pretty cool. He's fighting some sort of monster or something. By Philip Kennedy Jr., Nick Klein, Philip Kennedy Johnson, Nick Klein, and Matthew Wilson. I guess Matthew Wilson does the colors. But yeah, that was super cool. You know, I really digged it. I thought it was something different. I thought it was a big swing. That shit was a fucking mouthful. But yeah, dude. You know, I'm super excited to be streaming, and I want to showcase a couple more things. But before we do, you know, to keep things spicy, keep things interesting. Yeah. Saturday morning comic books. I think I got another cool one too. Let's see.
Classic John Byrne Brown and tan. Now, you fought the Hulk in this outfit, no?
Yeah. Super cool. If you want to see more reviews on this, I'm definitely going to do it next Sunday as well. I don't know what book I'm going to read. If you guys have any choices, if you want it to be Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman, Ultimate Spider-Man, something cool, something popping, something that could draw more viewers in here. I think, you know, doing the Infernal Hulk was a good idea for an issue 1. If you want to see issue 2 of Infernal Hulk, let me know in the comment section once we have the reruns going of this stream. That'd be really cool. Right now we have Lethal Leopard live on Kickstarter. We're $28 away from goal. So if we could get that today, that'd be cool. I'll probably do like an emergency stream after. We have amazing exclusives from this Lethal Leopard campaign, limited to 100 copies each. We have the Virgin, the Black and White, the Ash Can. The interiors on this is absolutely insane by Igor Texeria. I recommend highly to check this one out. Formerly known as Enzo Amore, now goes by Real One. And in this story, he's Brett Lyons, a half man, half Anubis that needs to do whatever it takes to escape the underworld. I think right now, like I said, we're at 2,972. We'll hit refresh real quick. Yeah, we're at 56 backers, 15 days left. Back this book. I'm going to, it's in the, what do you call it? The description for sure. Otherwise, just look up Lethal Leopard. I'm going to post this in the chat. You know, I'm getting the hang of these things, but we're going to do more streams. We have Ken Marion coming on Wednesday. He's done a cover for Project Analysis episode 5, and he will be on stream with us. We're going to be going over his cover and his awesome work he's doing on Green Lantern, DC Comics. Following week, we have Chris Geruso, who's doing a cover for Project Analysis 7. We'll go over his work and his work with Mini Marvels. And more things coming. I'm looking to get Eben G on here. You know, he's from Russia, so he's kind of far. You know, he does all of our back covers for all of our books. We have very high-quality books. Remember, Omega 2090. We have a prequel series. We have a one-shot. You know, we have Project Analysis, our main line. We have a new one-shot Voltage. So many single issues. This is our 13th Kickstarter. I highly recommend checking us out. We're making the content out here, but make sure you also back Lethal Leopard. It'd be super awesome, super cool. But I really dig the Infernal Hulk. I'm really leaning towards more Absolute Batman or maybe something old. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll make a poll on it on X, and we'll figure that out there. Let me see what I got here.
Big connection late.
A little too quick. A little too quick.
Tentative though. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Two little knockouts for you quick before we get out of here. So like I said, if you're watching on the rerun, let me know in the comment section what books you want to see next. I really appreciate, you know, everyone being on today, checking us out, watching us read Infernal Hulk for the first time. And, you know, quick stream Saturday morning. Next Saturday, we'll decide what we're going over, but I'll see you guys next Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. We reviewed this pretty quick. I didn't expect it to go this fast, but, you know, it is what it is. With that being said, see you guys next time, and you guys have a wonderful weekend, and make sure you back Lethal Leopard.
And that's all, folks.